Hello everyone. Nowadays, we are going through a very challenging situation with COVID 19 around. We have to manage many things on our own, like housework, office work, and in addition to that, study of our children, which is very important. All these things are driving us crazy. So, while managing all these things, I came up with few tricks which worked for me and they may work for you as well. So I would like to share few of them here. So let's get started. Since the younger children, smaller children like pre-primary or primary, they have very small window of attention. They cannot sit for long hours for study. So it is better to prepare in advance, like keep the printouts ready of the online material because we must reduce their screen time. So I prefer taking printouts, or if you don't have printer, you can do it handwritten. But when we are preparing worksheets handwritten, I would suggest involve children in that activity. Make them dictate for you. It will save your time and it will make sure that they are reading. So it will help them to memorize the things what we are writing, and it will keep them engaged. Then get all the subject wise textbooks and notebooks ready. So we know what all things we have to cover in one day. So we can keep all those things, notebooks, textbooks, ready with us before we actually start. Then keep all the writing material ready, like sharpened pencils, erasers, sharpeners, color pencils, likewise. And keep, I mean, keep a favorite toy of your child ready, where because they are used to learn in a group. Learning or studying alone, they may not like or they may find it boring. So I take a favorite toy of my daughter and keep it with her and pretend as if that toy is her friend in school and she's studying along with that toy. And she loves it. So this may work for your child as well. And while preparing all these things, try to involve your children in that. I mean, it is as per your convenience because sometimes it takes longer time to prepare initially, but eventually uh, they will start doing it on their own because they like doing it, they like participating. This is my observation. So if they are loving it, helping you in preparation, let them or encourage them because eventually they will do it, they will start doing it on their own and it will save your time. Then we have to plan, because many worksheets, notes, doing continuously is too much for a child in primary or pre primary. So let's break the study in smaller parts as per your child's convenience and plan some interesting activities in between, um, like some game, uh, like tic tac toe or some word puzzle, or depends on your child, um, coloring. So Plan some interesting activities in between because it will keep them motivated and they don't get bored by that. Uh, but make sure that those activities are short in period, they are not um, too much long, because otherwise they will lose the focus on study, that is our main activity. And set time for each activity, for study, for fun. So what I do when I start studying or copying or solving some worksheet, I give her target that she has to complete this activity in this time, and that keeps them focused, and uh, it maintains some pace, otherwise they are not used to study with us. So they they don't focus, and they start doing some time pass in between, and it really takes longer than it should take. So make sure that every activity is time bound. It may go 5 minutes, 10 minutes beyond that time, but it will make them complete the work in time, because even in school they have to do it that way, and it will give them practice to complete their work in time. So time bound activity is very important, otherwise they can take since morning till evening to complete a small worksheet also. So time bound activity is very important. So now while studying, while solving any worksheet or assessment, make sure they read it themselves. All the questions they read themselves, it will give them practice of reading. If they are copying the notes, then dictate them or give them printout to copy. It will reduce their screen time, and when they are actually writing, uh, you can explain them uh, whatever they are copying. You can explain them, give some explanation, interesting facts which make their copying interesting. uh, you may you may check this YouTube channel of mine for explanation videos which you can use for explaining them. It will make them interesting or interested in copying, because just copying is boring. If they get some meaning out of it, some interesting facts around it, they find it more interesting and they will copy. Then when they are actually writing, uh, ask them to say loud and while writing. So whatever they are writing, they have to say those words, and if there are some long spellings or difficult spellings, ask them to spell that out loudly while they are writing. It will help them to um, memorize that, because they are listening also while they are writing. They are reading while copying, and while writing they are listening also, so it will help them to memorize the things easily. And it will also help you to monitor if you are making them study along the side while you are doing some other work. uh, when they are saying it loud, you can correct them also if they are copying something wrong or saying something wrong. You can correct them also. So parallel working is required nowadays, so you can work something else and make them sit beside you and copy the things while saying it loudly. Thank you for listening to this video, and if you have some tricks, you have discovered some tricks while managing the study of your children, please share in the comments, because it will help all of us, because all of us are going through this tough situation. And if we uh, come together and share with each other our experiences and our views on this, it will help all of us. So if we are together, we can win in this situation. So happy learning. Thank you.